Good evening, everyone. I do see some spare seats, so if some of the parents or those who really need a seat would like to fill in, by all means do. I think all of the recruits who are going to be here are seated. So with that, let's start the program off the right way. 95th Division, U.S. Army, present the colors. And to sing our national anthem, one of the Buffalo Dells.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. So my name is Paul Marzello. I'm the President and CEO of the Buffalo and Erie County Naval and Military Park. We are both proud and excited to be hosting the first annual Military Student Recognition Ceremony. And we can't think of a better place to do it than right here on the deck, the fantail of a U.S. naval ship, the USS Little Rock. The USS Little Rock was commissioned in 1945. She is the only guided missile cruiser on display in the world. When in service, the Little Rock was home to 1,100 enlisted men, 150 officers, and 150 Marines. She was the flagship for the 6th Fleet, with a home port in Gaeta, Italy. U.S. Little Rock was decommissioned in 1976. She was tugged to the Buffalo shoreline in 1977, all the way from the Philadelphia shipyard, and she proudly rests on our waterfront. The Buffalo Naval and Military Park is the largest inland naval and military park in the country, as opposed to a number of naval shipyards and parks along the U.S. coastline, like in Norfolk, New York, San Diego, or Pearl Harbor. This unique location allows Western New Yorkers the opportunity to explore firsthand a U.S. naval ship and experience a military presence through a variety of patriotic and military-themed programs like this one. We're home port to the mighty cruiser, the U.S. Little Rock, which we are on now, the historic destroyer, the USS the Sullivans, down here to my left, your right, and the silent killer, the submarine USS Croker. In addition, we have a Vietnam-era PT boat, several military artifacts on display in the grounds and a museum building with a display on the second floor. We highly encourage you to come back at another time to take a full tour of the ships. So recruits, whether you're Navy bound or one of the other U.S. military branches, we want to make sure that this is a memorable send-off and to let you know that we are very proud of you and we are supportive of your decision. And with that, I'd like to bring forward our first speaker. Actually, there are two representing the Blue Star Mothers organization. And parents, please pay attention. I think this will be not only informative, but a very supportive group that you should become familiar with. I'd like to introduce Ann Gross and Cindy Rustowitz. Ladies.
Thank you. So, good evening. My son has been in the Army Reserve for 22 years. He is 40 years old. I look at you guys and girls, and I can see his face from many years ago. Annie and I were kind of laughing. The kids look younger, and you moms look a lot younger too. So thank you, Buffalo Military Park, for hosting this, and to Amy Ronacher for coordinating our plans. Again, I represent Blue Star Mothers, and our talk today is for you moms. Your kids are amazing. Again, I became a Blue Star mom in 1999 when my son Ray joined the Army Reserve. 22 years, a deployment. He is now a Chief Warrant Officer too, and he's pretty close to retiring at this point. And I am so proud for all of you sitting here today, starting your careers. Again, this evening I'm going to just speak to the moms. Thank you to every mother here for raising a child who is ready to protect our country. Thank you. That is a big deal. And I know as you set them off that your heart is going to be aching. And how do I know that? How does Annie know that? Because our heart ached too when we sent them off to basic training. 22 years ago, I sat where you are watching our 18-year-old son swear in. Moms, no matter whether you join a group or not, you now wear the proud title of Blue Star Mother. Any mom who has raised a child in the military, you're a Blue Star mom. But today we're going to let you know about our amazing organization. We represent all branches of the military. Our sons and our daughters are active and reserve, Navy, Air Force, Army, Marines, Coast Guard, and National Guard. I just want you to know that if and when you're able to join our organization, we will be there for you. Nobody knows what you're going through except another mom. Annie and I were just talking about sitting at meetings and having somebody walk in and say, my child left today for Afghanistan or wherever, and nobody knows what you're going through except another mom. To fathers, to sisters, to brothers, there is an auxiliary membership. And I always laugh whenever I join something, my husband automatically joins. He has no choice in the matter. So if I have to go set something up, my husband Dan goes with us. But we're here to walk you through this next chapter of your child's life, because it's a ride that you've never been on. My only regret, and again, because Ray's been in for so long, I didn't know about this organization until 6 years ago. I wish I knew about it 22 years ago. My Blue Star sisters have been my source of support for these past years, and again, only mothers know what we go through when our child misses a birthday or Christmas or a sibling's graduation. We will support you when your child says goodbye to basic or advanced training and or a deployment. We will support you whatever path you take. Just to give a brief description of what Blue Star Mothers do besides just being there for one another, We support our VA. We have pizza parties during the Bills games. We do things like buy canteen booklets for people that live at the VA. We support Honor Flight, Dog Tags New York, Western New York Heroes, the Buffalo County Naval and Military Park. We do as much as we can for our military. We're a very small organization. This is pretty much, there's maybe 6 of us right now that are fairly active, so we keep really busy. But one of our favorite things to do is to send packages to our deployed military. As a matter of fact, we're meeting this Thursday, and we've got a young man that's out on a military ship, so he'll be getting about 10 packages right now. So if you ever want to get involved, Annie has brochures to send out. So please spread the word. And recruiters, I beg you, when parents come to see you, because I insisted I talk to that recruiter when Ray joined, don't forget us. Please, in fact, if you want some of our brochures, please let us know. Moms are moms, and they need to know what's going on. So I thank you. I'm proud of all of you that are joining, and God bless you, and God bless the USA.
Thank you, ladies. So next up is a very special person. You'll see him up here always with a very patriotic shirt on or tie, but he is the heart and soul of the Buffalo and Erie County Naval and Military Park. He's a 94, am I have that right? 94-year young World War II veteran who served in the Army's Big Red 1. So this is the real thing. He volunteers his services whenever he can at ceremonies like this for one very important reason, and that's to make sure that the upcoming generations understand the importance of a naval and military park, and there's no one more qualified to speak to that than Dr. John Long. Please welcome.
Thank you very much, Paul. I was told I had 5 minutes to speak tonight. I'm going to yield 4 of those 5 minutes to our guest of honor, Medal of Honor winner, another Staff Sergeant, David Bellavia. But as I look out here tonight, at 94 years of age, it was 77 years ago that I came home and my mother handed me a little card from Uncle Sam. It was my draft notice. Within 30 days, I was on my way to Camp Wheeler, Georgia for intensive infantry training. It was the best thing that ever happened to me in my life. It taught me so much about life, and it taught me so much about structure, organization, and discipline. It was the greatest thing that ever happened to me, and I'm always grateful that I had that opportunity. However, as a result of World War II, as you may know, 400,000 of our young guys never came back home, never had the opportunity to have the opportunities that we have had. So I want to say this to all of you young people tonight that have decided to make military your life. It's the greatest decision you've ever made, and you cannot do anything more than serve the greatest country in the world, America. Each and every one of you realize this: you can be all you can be. You can do everything. If you make up your mind to do it, you can attain the greatest accomplishments that you possibly are capable of doing. You've got this opportunity now. I want to congratulate you. As I said, I'm yielding 4 of my 5 minutes to a very important speaker tonight. You know, I was just an old kick-ass staff sergeant. And for that I'm saying is, We've got to do something in this country today that's so important. We've got to get back and defend democracy, the thing that 400,000 kids fought for in their lives. We can't have this radicalism going on in this country. You and I have the greatest opportunity to reestablish democracy as we fought for and as we know about it in this country. God bless you. God bless the rest of your term in the service of the military. And God bless the country that I love so very much, America. Thank you.
I've got a smile every time I hear his voice when he calls the Naval Park, which is often he starts the conversation with, "This is that old kick-ass Staff Sergeant." I know exactly who it is. So we are very honored to have our next featured speaker. David Bellavia is the first and only living Iraq veteran to receive the Congressional Medal of Honor, which is our country's highest military honor. He was awarded this medal at the White House on June 25, 2019, surrounded by his family and every living member of his task force. Bellavia was awarded the Medal of Honor for his heroic efforts on November 10, 2004, during the Third Battle at Fallujah. Dramatic efforts that saved the lives of his unit members. He served 3 military campaigns, Kosovo 2003, and Operation Iraqi Freedom I and Operation Iraqi Freedom II. Bellavia enlisted in the U.S. Army in 1999 and chose to stay and fight following the September 11th terror attacks. That sense of duty was ingrained in Bellavia by his World War II veteran grandfather, who served in the Army during the Normandy campaign. Bellavia returned home in 2005 and founded advocacy organization Vets for Freedom, and in 2019 founded Deuce Deuce Relief Fund, which supports the soldiers of the former task force, Deuce Deuce in Iraq. Bellavia returned to Iraq as an embedded reporter covering heavy fighting in 2006 and 2008, and in 2007 wrote and published House to House, a book detailing his experiences in Fallujah. His book is considered one of the best first-hand military accounts ever written. Bellavia's many awards and decorations include the Bronze Star, the National Defense Service Medal, Kosovo Campaign Medal with Bronze Service Star, New York State Conspicuous Service Cross, the Global War on Terrorism Service Medal, and the NATO Medal. He was inducted into the New York State Veterans Hall of Fame in 2005. Bellavia is a Western New York native. He's a 1994 graduate of Lindenville High School in Orleans County. He studied biology and theater at the University of Buffalo. Today, he is actively traveling the country as a speaker, sharing the important message of service over self. And as a sought-after source for national media, I present to you our hometown hero, Mr. David Bellavia.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I want to just remind people, tell 5 people about the Naval Park, this military park that we have in our own backyard. There's not a reason why every school system in Western New York is not forced to come here. This is in our own backyard. It is a treasure. Please tell people about this amazing location and what it does for all the people in Western New York. I want to talk about my hero, Dr. John Long here. This is a guy who served in World War II in the 1st Infantry Division, Staff Sergeant. Did you hear that splash when he started talking? That was 2 German nationals. They got the hell out of Dodge. They thought he was coming back for more. That's who he is and what he represents. You are a testament to what I hope you look at us and you put the bar this high, we continue to raise it. How many people are going to the United States Army? All right. How many people are going? You know what? That about does it. That's the only branch we care about. Let's be honest. I'm kidding. How many people are joining the United States Air Force? All right, God bless you. What about the U.S. Navy? Exactly. What about the Coast Guard? United States Marine Corps? God bless you. So there's no Coast Guard people here? Good, let's talk about that. Now, I want to tell you first and foremost that you're making this decision at a very difficult time in our nation's history, and that speaks volumes about who you are. Who here is a parent of someone who's about to join and serve their country? All right, well, you have given us patriots. Now here's the promise we're going to make to you. You love and cherish your children. We now love and cherish your children. They are a part of our family now, and they will forever be a part of our family. There is not a hair on any one of these heads that is not going to be taken care of like it's our own. These are our people, our family. No one cares what you look like, your skin color, your religion, who you voted for. The fact that you got a Blue Jays hat on and I'm a Yankee fan does not bother me. You are part of my family. I am a part of your family. This is more important than anything else in the world. Maybe your moms and dads aren't here. Maybe you don't know who your moms and dads are. Guess what? It doesn't matter. This is your family. Now I'm going to ask you something right now. Is there a person here that doesn't believe that they have greatness in you? Let's see how tough and brave you are. You going to raise your hand? Who doesn't have greatness in them? Okay. There you go. You've said it. Right? Now, that must be protected. That greatness that is in you has got to be protected. Because let me tell you what is attracted to greatness. Morons are attracted to greatness. Stupid is a pandemic we've been fighting far longer than COVID. Stupid is everywhere. And stupid loves to barnacle to greatness. You are no longer just a kid from Buffalo in Western New York. You are now a soldier, an airman, a Marine. And you will conduct yourself to that standard. You represent everyone here in uniform, everyone who came before you, but more importantly, you represent the blood that was sacrificed for our liberty so we can stand here today. And don't be mistaken, stupid is coming. Because if stupid can get you to do something stupid, they're not that stupid, are they? No, they got you to follow them. You have to be an individual in your community. Let me tell you something right now about the decision that you made. You might have peers that went to college. Anyone here have a friend that went to college first? Yeah? No one has friends that went to college? You do? That's amazing. College is great, right? Just because you join the military doesn't mean that college is not in your future. In fact, college is in your future. Education is in your future. You're just not going to have to pay for it. Again, be aware. Be aware of stupid. It's everywhere, right? Now let's talk about you. Let's talk about greatness, all right? What can you do with your life? What do you know that you're capable of doing with your life? Why were you born on this planet? What is the purpose in which you were born on this planet? I'm going to tell you what. I don't have the answer. But I'm telling you, everything you want in this life is on the other side of awkward and different and fear. Those are the three things that you have to bulldoze every single day to grow and to be a man and a woman. Colleges are a great thing, but you know what colleges breed? Perpetual adolescence. Oh yes, Peter Pan syndrome. I know a 43-year-old man who's dropping an R&B album in 2 weeks. Man is 43 years of age, and he is dropping an R&B album. You said it. Look at your... That's exactly what I want to say. You're 43, and this is your first album. In 43 years, no one discovered that talent until today. Adult coloring books are selling out on Amazon as we speak. Perpetual adolescence. Do you know what we do in the United States military? I know what we do in the Army. We take adolescence and we crush it into dust. We make men and women men and women. You're not black anymore. You're not white anymore. You're not brown. You are green. No offense to the Air Force or the Marine Corps, but you are green. You're a part of this family and this team. And while everyone wants to break off into their own little tribe, rest assured, we are the most powerful and effective tribe America has ever known. You are a U.S. veteran. Nothing can touch you. Nothing can hurt you. Nothing can kill you. What did you think about last night when you went to sleep? Blue Jay fan. What did you think about last night before you went to bed? You don't remember. You know why? Because you're an American, that's why. You know what the Chinese and the Russians thought about when they went to bed? They thought about you. You know what they think about when they wake up? They think about you. They think about you every single day. You are the greatest force of good this world has ever seen. You know what I thought about last night? Not a damn thing. You know why? Because I got you. I've got you protecting me. It is your opportunity to carry this torch of liberty and freedom. You will not ever take a step backwards. I don't care if you open the door and Lucifer is playing dominoes. Guess what? I am interrupting your game, Satan. I got this. I am empowered. I am a professional. I am an adult. Your real service is not what you're doing in this uniform. Your real service is when you come home and you impact the world with these skills that the Marine Corps and the greatest army in the world gave you, and the Air Force. Navy's not here, so we won't talk about that. But the fact is, that's when you start serving. You start serving in your community, letting people know exactly who you represent and exactly what you are. I'm going to tell you what, this is a great day. Your entire life is in front of you. Avoid stupid. Stay away from people that want to interrupt your journey to greatness. Nothing can get in your way. Nothing can stop you on your trajectory. You will now have a compass. You will know what right is. You will know what wrong is. And you will lead men and women during stressful times in their life. It is a very special time. Are you excited? Yes. Are you a little scared? Yeah? What's your name? What's that? Taiwan? Jaywan. Jaywan, let me tell you something about your brain, right? Your brain is there to protect you at all times. Jaywan, your brain is going to tell you things that it's going to lie to your body. You know what your brain is? Your brain is your grandmother on Facebook talking about COVID. That's what your brain is. She's not a scientist, but she won't stop talking about COVID, will she? She's always making you concerned about what's going to happen. A meteor is going to hit us. COVID's going to kill us. The Chinese, oh my God, they stole our Ford Bronco. They're always worried. Your brain is always worried about keeping you alive, Jaywan, right? Now you're going to be doing push-ups, and your brain's going to tell you, I can't do this. Jaywan, stop. That's your brain. Your brain's going to tell you to stop because your brain is trying to protect you, right? Anyone been around a toddler? What's a parent do around a toddler all day? What's a toddler's main job in life? A toddler's main job in life is to kill itself. That's all it wants to do. It will pick up a battery, it will eat it, it will lick an outlet, it will eat whatever is on the ground. Toddlers exist to put themselves in danger. Parents, and we've seen success stories all everywhere here. Parents, your job is to keep your toddler alive. That's mission success every night. You have done your job, Mom and Dad. Your brain is trying to constantly protect you like you're a toddler. Your brain is constantly trying to keep you out of things that are weird and awkward. Don't feel uncomfortable. Don't talk to that guy. He's different than you. He's not from your neighborhood. He doesn't know your lifestyle. If you're uncomfortable, you'll never get hurt. You won't get embarrassed, Jaywan. You won't feel stupid. If you ask that boy or girl out on a date, they're not going to reject you, like what happened in 7th grade, Jaywan. Remember that. It hurt. It was embarrassing. My body hurts. I want to quit, Air Force. You're going to want to quit. You're not going to quit. You're not going to quit because your brain isn't what's running you. It's your heart. It's your body. That's who's in control. Tell grandma to log off Facebook. We got this. Our brain is going to constantly remind us. Everyone talks about your brain. Anyone been in a car accident? Yeah, what happens the next day you're in that car after that accident? You go through that intersection, your brain's saying, J1, it's gonna happen again, man. This was the intersection. That was a bread truck. It's going to happen again. Your brain is constantly trying to take care of you. You need to tell your brain you are in control of you. Your heart and your body are what's leading this charge. You don't just represent the Army, the Air Force, and the Marine Corps. You represent Buffalo. And Buffalo, we make straight up studs, men and women. That's who we are. Population, I don't care about you moving here. We're good without you. We are Western New York, and we are littered with heroes every way, walk of life, from World War II to World War I. Now I'm going to leave you with one thing. Do you know what they're all saying about your generation, J1? What are they saying about you? Oh, you know exactly what they're saying about you. They say you're a loser, right? You are lazy, entitled, complacent, and you will amount to nothing. You've heard it. Everyone says it, right? You believe it?
No.
Bro. They almost got you there. That was the brain answering that, J1. That's the brain fooling you. Now let me ask you something right now. In World War I, if you ever read an old newspaper, diary, any book, they talk about their kids. And you know what they say about their kids? That they're lazy, entitled, and complacent. That's their kid right there. He smacked the mustache off the German Nazis, man. They beat the Imperial Japanese from island to island. Your Marine Corps slapped Hirohito back into public. He made a public declaration because the Marine Corps humbled him. And the Air Force, you were part of us. But that was our legacy. Yeah, we got that. That was our legacy. That's our legacy, right? Now think about this. Every generation tells the younger one coming up that you're losers. It's what we do. Old people love to say that to young people. It makes us feel better about being old. It does. My parents told me that I was listening to Kurt Cobain too long. I played PlayStation version 1, but I did it for 18 hours a day. I lived in my parents' basement till I was 27. I put holes in perfectly good jeans, and I thought I was into grunge music because I was alternative. And you know what? The towers fell, and now we get into SeaWorld for free. Everyone talks about how great the global war on terror was. Absolutely. We handled ISIS, Al-Qaeda, line them up, we knocked them down. Right? You can ask the enemy, not a whole lot available for comment, my friend J1. We took care of those boys, didn't we? That's what happens. Your generation has greatness in it. You are going to be asked to do things that every other generation of Americans has been asked to do, and you are going to answer that call. Understand right now, you are not just the future, you're the present. And China's out there, and Russia, and North Korea, and ISIS, and Al-Qaeda, and I think they are adorable. They are the cutest little countries in the world. They talk a big Navy and big Air Force. Ooh, what are they going to do? You know what's so cute about the Russian Navy? Every time they take a left into the Mediterranean, our Navy turns around and we find out how fast Russian vessels can go backwards. It's amazing. It's the same thing with the Air Force. Every time the Chinese want to show us their new jet, what happens when the F-22 comes out? Hey, turns out the Chinese, they can fly really fast away from us. Yes, they can. You keep your swagger about you. You are an American warrior. And that right there is the greatest thing that anyone could ever ask to be. Why don't we have more people here? Why is it just us that has to burden everything the nation has? I would love for every American to have to make this decision to serve their country first. But until that day, I'm looking around this room, we're good enough. Anything they got, we're going to handle. And we're going to be set up for life, and we're going to come home from our service, and we will make our country more united. We will bring our country together, and we will remind every single generation that comes after us how lazy and worthless and complacent they are, because that's what you will do too when you become an old man and woman. I want to tell you right now, thank you very much for making this decision. Thank you for what you're about to do. May God bless you, may God bless your families, and may God have mercy on anyone stupid enough to test your resolve under fire. Because I'm going to tell you what, just like every other generation of America that came before you, you will stand alone on the mountaintop. God bless you guys. Thank you very much. Sure. Do you have the, we doing it by branch, or how do we do it?
So we're gonna do it all at once. We'll stand
All right,
up and
let's do it.
Take your word, okay?
Do you have the script? Oh, no. We gotta mix it up. I gotta make sure this is done the proper way. Just for our friends in the Coast Guard that aren't here. All right, so here we go. Everyone that's about to join the United States military and the Air Force, Marines, and Army, please stand. Position of attention. Raise your right hand. Put your right hand down. There we go. We're following directions. Now I'm going to read you an oath of enlistment. This is unto God. You are swearing an oath unto God. You've got family here. You've got peers here. I am watching you, right? We take this as the most serious thing we've ever done in our entire lives. Who? Can I get a response to that? Who? All right, there we go. Raise your right hand. I state your name. Do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, and that I will obey the orders of the President of the United States and the orders of officers appointed over me, according to regulations and the Uniform Code of Military Justice. So help me God. Raise your right hand. It's already raised. Lower it. Now on the count of 3, I want to hear your battle scream. I want to hear that cry. I want to hear that rebel yell. I want to hear why you are here today. Why this is the greatest country in the history of man. Why no one can touch you. Why you are all coming home to your families as better individuals, better men, better women, and why you are going to make your communities better for having served your country at a time of war. On the count of 3, I want to hear what you got. 1, 2, 3. Not bad, Air Force. Not bad. God bless you. Thank you for your service.
Can we just have another round of applause? That is one inspirational piece. God love you, and I'm glad you're on our side. So I would like to bring forward now the chairman of our board at the Buffalo and Erie County Naval and Military Park. This is Mr. Terry McGuire, but before I do, I think it's important that you know that he is a West Point grad, and he is also a combat veteran in Iraq and Afghanistan. Please welcome Mr. Terry McGuire.
Well, Paul, I think there's been a grave miscarriage of justice when you had me the speaker after 2 First Infantry Division gents here. It's a tough act to follow, and next year we're going to fix that. As chairman of the Buffalo and Erie County Naval and Military Park, I want to thank you on behalf of our board of directors for your service and future service to our country. Our mission right here at the park is to preserve, honor, educate, and inspire. Inspire, and believe me, seeing you all here today, ready to serve selflessly and to put your interests and your country's interests ahead of your own, you have inspired all of us. We certainly do live in dangerous times, as Mr. Bellavia has said, And during your military service time and career, there will be many threats to our great country. The future is always somewhat uncertain with many unknowns, but know this, from my experience, the American people and the Department of Defense will do their best to provide you the training and resources to defeat our enemies. And we can thank our Vietnam-era veterans for educating the American people on the differences between defense policy and military action versus the soldiers, sailors, airmen, Marines, Coast Guardsmen, and now our Space Force, who have written the government a blank check with their lives to defend us and who have pledged their lives, their homes, and their sacred honor. In 1982, when I enlisted as an Army reservist, our main threat was the Warsaw Pact, led by then the former Soviet Union. Then threats came from Central and South America with narco wars and dictatorships. Then came threats from Southwest Asia and the Middle East, and now we're back to Russia, cyber attacks, and other proxy wars. For you historians out there, I want you to think about the flexibility and adaptability of some of our greatest leaders, like General Douglas MacArthur, since his graduation from the Academy in 1903. And he went from horse-drawn cavalry and artillery to mechanized warfare to the atomic age, all in one career. Talk about flexibility and leadership and adaptability. 47-year career. Of course, it didn't always end well, but I will say this, he gave a lot for his country over that 47-year span. Again, cavalry, horses, to the atomic age. That's quite a leap. That's quite a bit of adaptability over the time frame. There will always be threats to remember, but what makes you also special here today and in developing our leaders for a short time during your basic training, but even then, leaders will emerge among you, and you all will be expected to lead. To me, our greatest military strength is not our incredible weapon systems or our emphasis on leadership, but it's our emphasis on leadership. It's what makes our military the best in the world. Leaders, all of you, right down the line. As David alluded to in the First World War, the German officer reports I've read tell the best story of this. When facing American soldiers and Marines on the Western Front during the First World War, I'll paraphrase, but what they said was basically, even when their officers and leaders were killed or wounded, unlike the French and the British, the Americans just kept coming. They just kept coming. They didn't quit. That's perhaps our greatest compliment as a sworn enemy could give us, and it's why we have the finest enlisted and non-commissioned officers in the world. They know what must be done when their leaders have crapped out or they faltered. They will lead the way, and we've proven this time and time again in our nation's military history. We will look to you, the man and woman on our left and on our right, in the next battle or engagement to stand up and to take action where and when it needs to be taken, should your leaders falter. That's it, really, in a nutshell. It's not too complicated at all. But you would be amazed at how many country cultures still haven't gotten this right. That's the one great intangible on the battlefield, on the sea and in the air. Leaders, you will all lead. We have confidence in you, as David has alluded to. We have great confidence with you, and I know I will sleep better at night, and you will all make us proud. Thank you, and God bless America.
So we're going to lighten things up with just a little bit of music. I'm going to ask Debbie Maybach to come back up here along with Donna Kerr, both part of the Buffalo Dells, and they're going to perform a couple of songs for us, the five-branch medley and the God Bless America. Ladies, please join up.
Feel free to join us too. Army. First to fight for the right and to build the nation's might, and the Army goes rolling along. From the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli, we will fight our country's battles in the air, on land and sea. First to fight for right and freedom, and to keep our honor clean. We are proud to claim the title of United States Marine. Coast Guard, we're always ready for the call. We place our trust in thee. Through hauling gale and shot and shell to win the victory. Semper Paratus is our guide, our pledge, our motto too. We're always ready to or die. I Coast Guard, we fight for you. Navy. Anchors away, my boys, anchors away. Farewell to college joys, we sail at break of day, 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 day. Through our last night on board, hail to the fore. Until we meet once more, here's wishing you a happy voyage home. Air Force, off we go into the wild blue yonder, climbing high into the sun. Here they come, zooming to meet our thunder, and a boys give her the gun. Down we dive, spreading our flame from under, off with one hell of a roar. We live in flame or go down in flame, for nothing can stop the U.S. Air Force. America, America, God shed His grace on thee. Oh, beautiful for heroes ruled in liberating strife, who more than self their country love, and mercy more than love. America, America, may thy bright gold revive, till all success be nobleness, and every gain divine. America, Feel free to sing along with us, please. God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with a light from above. From the mountain to the prairie, to the ocean, white with foam. God bless America, my home.
So before we retire the colors and we pass out some things that we have in store for you, I've got a couple of closing remarks. I want to say that recruits, you've heard some amazing words and from some amazing patriots. We hope their words will guide you through your military experience and inspire you to achieve greatness, as we know you're capable of. I want you all to know that part of the purpose of this ceremony is to let your community, your friends, your relatives, your neighbors know that you have made a commitment to serve this country and that we should be appreciative of the sacrifices that both you and your families are about to make. So as recognition for your commitment, the Buffalo and Erie County Naval and Military Park would like to present you with a couple of things. One, this certificate of appreciation, and two, a challenge coin. And for those of you who are not familiar with the challenge coin, this is collected by service members and law enforcement members to recognize a special event or an achievement or simply recognition for a place that you visited. This is the challenge coin that you'll be receiving today. It's entitled, All Hands on Deck. For the Navy especially, you'll become very familiar with that term. It means everybody, and I mean everybody, is to come to a common purpose. In our case, we were struggling just to survive from the economic depressions caused by COVID. It was this campaign that helped us survive. We had 1,000 coins made up. We charged $100 for each coin. We not only reached our goal, but we went 15% of that past our goal. That was extremely helpful in putting us back on our feet. So this has particular meaning to us, and I hope it does to you. Before I also conclude, I've got to thank a few people that were extremely instrumental in putting this together. I'm going to start with Amy Roniker, who was the project coordinator and a volunteer extraordinaire. Amy, where are you? Her daughter Olivia was equally important. Where is she? Olivia, thank you. Captain Alex Radznik, Branch Commander of the U.S. Army. Where are you? Take a bow. Tina Pulaski, U.S. Army Battalion Advertising and Public Affairs. Where are you? Denise Puskar, Deputy Station Commander at the Army Reserve Station. Denise, where are you? Our event sponsors, the Buffalo News. I saw Lisa Sisla. Where are you, Lisa? Thank you. We had one particular donor who came through in a big way, Joan Megan, who's also a Blue Star Mother. Joan, where are you? Thank you, honey. Amy Ozarzak, VFW Post 1419. Is Amy here? She is not. Thank you. Courtney Speckman, our Director of Education. Kim Reynolds, who helped organize the volunteers. Is Kim back there? She's hiding with the volunteers. The Buffalo Dolls. Our Blue Star Mothers, Ann Gross and Cindy Rustowitz. Where are you? Our kick-ass sergeant, Dr. John Long. Our chairman, Mr. Terry McGuire. Our distinguished guest, Mr. David Bellavia. And to all the parents and family members that supported the recruits, give yourselves a hand. To all the recruiters in the back of the room that are connected with the service branch, thank you for your support. And of course, the young men and women who have been sworn in today, you get a special recognition. So recruits, congratulations on your enlistment. Service proudly, be safe, and remember where your journey began. Godspeed. This concludes the ceremony. We're going to retire the colors. Please stand. Please be seated. I got two last things to clean up. One, we have some delicious chocolate chip cookies that please make sure you take one on the way out. We also have water back here. But more importantly, I'm going to ask our kick-ass sergeant, I'm going to ask our chairman of the board, and I'm going to ask our distinguished guest to come up to the table. And we're going to have you by branch come up, receive your certificate, and receive your challenge coin. So let's start with U.S. Army. Gentlemen, please go to the outside and come this way. Ladies. Stay right there, please. Next in line will be Marines. Air Force. Is there anyone else out there that we may be forgetting? Okay, thank you, gentlemen. Parents, I've got to tell you, just in observing from my point of view over here, that some of your daughters and sons came up here with a very determined look in their face, stared David right in the eye, and sounded as though they really knew what they were getting into and were excited to be a part of it. And there was others that looked like they were meeting Santa Claus for the first time. In any case, we are proud of you. Thank you for being here today, both parents and recruits. God bless America. Thank you very much. So don't forget the chocolate chip cookies back here and water if you need it.